This week on AU Weekly, we see pictures from the live-action Monster Hunter movie. They look so bad. The Konosuba film was finally given a name. If I went based off of the females' personalities, it would be Useless Explosion, Hurt Me Daddy. And finally, we check in on the two divorcees and see where they're at. It's all coming up on AU Weekly. Yes, konnichiwa, anime fam. I am Tom, the protagonist, and I am here to bring you the anime news from this past week. I am obviously joined by Sheldon Blastoise with Shoto Todoroki. He is back from his date with Yayarozu. Congratulations to anyone who had guessed that in the comments. No one did. No one commented. Y'all suck, but I love you anyways. So without further ado, fam, let's get right into it, shall we? But first, before we get into this week's news, I was at Youmacon, and I couldn't record, so we didn't do news last week, so it's time for a lightning round! Xseed Games has launched a trailer for the Corpse Party Book of Shadows game. I can never quite tell if Corpse Party is trying to terrify or turn me on, but it is accomplishing both. A Hollywood Attack on Titan live-action movie was announced, and we're skipping this. I'm not doing this. No. Bye. Sony announced the PlayStation Classics game lineup. They obviously don't know the phrase, no crash, no cash. Studio Drop is filing for bankruptcy, which is quite a drop in the bucket. Don't laugh at that. That's not funny. People lost their jobs. Finally, more about Ninja Boobs, because it always circles back to Ninja Boobs. Senran Kagura Shinobi Master has announced their dubcast. Let's be real, you're not here for the voices though, you're here for the tits. And that concludes this week's lightning round. Gotta love the lightning round. A third of the writing for half the joke quality. But let's move on to the news this week, fam. What's our first story this week? Oh, God. Yes, the stars on the Monster Hunter live-action movie posted photos on Twitter of their first day of shooting. Oh my God, that looks shit. That looks like utter shit. The movie stars Milla Jovovich from Resident Evil as Captain Artemis and Tony Jaa as the Hunter. As you can see, Monster Hunter is known for their guns, right? Yeah, I don't remember that, but okay. Capcom describes the story as follows. The film will depict two protagonists who come from different worlds and must cooperate in fighting monsters in order to survive. Additionally, they add, along the way, viewers will make new discoveries and encounter familiar faces and beloved characters from the games, like the Admiral. People just don't have names in this series, do they? Fam, it's clear that this is going to be another bastard live action that they're just wheeling out in front of us like a carnival freak. But people will still go see it, and laugh at your ineptitude. Stop doing this. Just stop. You're ruining people's careers. The film itself is going to cost around $60 million. I wish my toilet paper cost $60 million. Oh, what's the difference between the script and the toilet paper? Nothing, I can wipe my ass with both of them. Moving right along, fam. A Mario book was found to have references to Trump, Anthony Weiner, and the setscapades that are involved with those two. Yes, thank you to Twitter user BrandOK, who posted these pictures of the Mario book they ordered on Twitter. Do I have to censor that? The grabbing part. Yeah, and I couldn't say that either. Just do what we did with the cat thing. Yeah, we'll do that. Boss Fight Books is the publisher of the Mario book, and they had sent out their order to the printing press that they were using, who apparently had a deadline. They have to do them back to back. They apparently used the same paper, page number. Oh, everything was just a whirlwind of nightmare for them. I feel bad for them, but yeah, someone probably got fired for that. Boss Fight Books did check their own supply, though, and found that there was no issue with theirs. So, it's perceived that it was just a very small mix-up. Hopefully no one lost their job, but let's be real, someone probably did. Yes, the book was supposed to be about Mario Bros. 3, but instead is about, that. Cat fondling. Fans of explosions rejoice, as the Konosuba film has finally gotten its name, as well as a key visual being released for the project. The film itself will open in 2019 and will be titled Konosuba! God's blessing on this wonderful world, Crimson Legend. This is the visual here. It is so cool, I'm not going to lie. Look how great Megumin looks. Yes, half of the audience just explosioned in their pants, and the other half of the audience called the FBI. You might want to go into hiding. Who knows, fam? Maybe this will be the movie that Aqua finally becomes relevant. You know what? No, time out. Whoever wrote that, I have a problem with that. Why is Aqua useless? Look at that miniskirt. I can think of so many uses for that, and I know so many people who get uses out of that. Show the best pictures of her now. Just remember what month it is, fam. Don't use that devil hand. Don't use that sinning hand of yours. Recently single, Crunchyroll has added 17 new English dubs to its library. Good for you, Crunchyroll. Good job. Good to see you're hanging in there. They have unfortunately removed the previous titles of their old partnership with Funimation. They've removed those titles from their library, except specific ones, which was mutually agreed would stay on both platforms. These dubs include Berserk, Brave Witches, which I'm not going to lie, I at first read as Brave Bitches, which is pretty much the Spice Girls, and also Love Tyrant. That is one of my personal favorites. As far as comedies go, it's pretty great. You should check it out. Now on Crunchyroll. This is part of 50 English dubs that Crunchyroll plans to add to their library since their divorce from Funimation. Speaking of them, refusing to be outdone by Crunchyroll, Funimation has announced that they will be adding 300 subtitled series to their library. These shows are being removed from Crunchyroll and put back on the Funimation Now service, and a lot of them were already part of Funimation's property, but they're just putting the subtitles back on the Funimation show. As previously stated, certain shows will remain on both platforms, such as My Hero, Attack on Titan, stuff like that. But I'm going to ask the question that every fan actually really wants to know. Will you two just f***ing make up already? Somebody has to cover Verve's eyes every time you two bicker and squabble over who has the biggest library. Is that a library measuring contest, guys? Seriously, kiss and make up. I'll buy the hotel room. If you want a winner and loser in this, I guess Funimation, because they added 300 subtitled shows, but I mean, who really cares? The anime fandom as a whole is losing. But does Funimation care? No. You only care about yourself. Dicks. That's our show this week, guys. I'm Tom, the protagonist, for Sheldon Blastoise and Shoko Todoroki. We will see you guys next week. Until then, stay updated. Just want to see you guys come back and be the... Jesus Christ, it's cold in here. You look at that. Good for you. Wow, thanks, Dick. Trying to record here.